Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our life and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. So, angel number 17. I'm actually going to do something a little differently today. I'm actually going to start off this reading with a Work Your Life Oracle. And then we'll see where we go from there. Dear God, guardian angel, what? I wish I could have saw that. Well, the card that came out, I'm not even because it just came out too quickly. The card that we're going to focus on is don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light to fit in? Along with leap, I also feel like God is just saying right now is the time to just leap into doing what you want to do. Really don't get caught up in the outside world. Like, I really just feel like God is saying now is the time to focus on the things that you want and to go towards your goals. Angel number 105. The last thing is inner temple devotion, tuning your inner temple. So double confirmation. God is just saying now is the time to not focus on the outside world, but to really go within and to bring your dreams to light. But don't take my word for it. I'm going to read this card of Don't Dim. We've actually read this card in the channel before, so I'm actually going to start with Leap instead of Don't Dim. Angel number 72. Well, I guess that's not fair. I guess that's not fair. Okay. Angel number 42. So Dim the Fit In is an inquiry card and Leap is an action card. So let's read that one first. Don't dim to fit in. Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you are a part of the universe. So expanding is a part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice, slowly back away. They are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too. Or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's completely normal. The relationship that is meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't because they were likely born under the provision of, I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they can teach you can still live on. I think I'm low-key sick. I'm sorry. I do. I'm like sick. All right. And the last message is leap. Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Life bends for the courageous. The universe wants to support you, but first you need to leap, to throw your life up in the air. Perhaps you know that you are being called to leap towards or away from, but you are scared to make the move. Or perhaps you are waiting for a big fat sign or instruction manual or permission to do so first. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It's scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new. And it's completely normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But this is a favorable process of rising. And right now, this is how you are being called to live. Nature is constantly showing us to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourage the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away, leaf by leaf. For a moment, it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of what was. But in the moon of spring, new shoots begin to appear and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. You go first, take a good run up and leap. Angel number 436. And when I was reading those cards, two things was coming to me. The first thing that was coming to me is that it reminded me of kind of like my situation. I told you guys about me being, with my ex for a very long time. We knew each other for a decade. We were in a relationship for 7 years. And it was very, very hard for me to move away from him. I really felt like I really tried to like shrink or be like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if he don't like this side of me or if he's not really into this. But I felt like the more that I got on my path, the more harder it became to like hide who I was supposed to be. And I think I told y'all like last year, I just really came to this point in my life where I'm like, I'm working way too hard to better myself, to, you know, build up my self-esteem, to have anybody in my life treat me less than, or like treat me like I'm an option, or treat me like I'm not special. Like I need to be around people that's like, girl, you got it, you talented. And I know for some people that's like, damn, like that's very narcissist. I don't know what the fuck. That may seem fucked up to other people, but for me, I spent a lot of my life trying to fit in other groups. I spent a lot of a lot of my life dimming myself and shrinking myself and not wanting to be too big or be too much, and all this to be around people who are not even in my life right now. Like when I was at my lowest point, none of those people that I shrunk myself for was around me. And so it's so funny because the other day I was thinking about this. One day I was in my car. I had like just came home because I was a part of a mentoring organization. And I had like just came home, and like I was in my car for a minute, and I remember just being like so filled with joy. And I was like, oh my God, like God, I'm so happy. Like this, you know, this is life. Because at that time I was a mentor. I felt like I was connected to all these people. I was in this relationship. I was working towards something. And it really felt like I had it all. You know, I really genuinely felt like I had it all. I have never said this before. Wow. I really felt like I had it all. And then angel number 650, little by little, it was like all of those things were like taken away. And it's not even like they were taken away. It was like the blindfold and the truth of all those situations were taken away. And I feel like the last thing was my ex. And it was like, it was so hard for me to let it go. But it was like, I think I had like another dream, or I don't even know if I had a dream, but it was just like, it came to a point where I just knew like, I can't keep shrinking myself. I can't keep lying to myself about this thing that I'm feeling. Oh yeah. It was like, I had the dream about that other kiss, and I was just like, I want to experience real love. And so I had to make that tough decision. And so like right now, kind of like going to this car, my life seemed very barren. I don't have a whole lot of friends. I'm not really, going out there like that. But you know what? Even though I don't have a lot of friends, I do have people in my life. I have a person in my life I can talk to. I have a person in my life that if I really, really needed somebody, I know that I could call her. So it's like, I may not have this big friend group that I used to have before, but I do have somebody. And also what I also realize is that the people that I do connect with, I connect with on a deeper level. And so it's like, I may not have known them forever, but it's like when I do talk to them, when we do have these conversations, it's such a stimulating conversation and interaction, because I'm meeting them, in my full, I feel like it's just like a more high vibrational situation and relationship. So I just say that for anybody that's struggling, like, don't be in a situation that deep down inside it's not good for you. Like, if you get that twist in your stomach, that kick in your gut, like, you can't keep ignoring that. Like, eventually you have to answer it. And like, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I had this dream that I like put, he was cheating on me or whatever. And this girl was like coming out the house, and I like pulled her hair, and she like fell on the concrete so hard that she like broke her head, cracked open, and I killed her pretty much. And like that dream, I woke up and I was fucked up, because I felt like God was just like, you don't keep playing with this, don't play with this situation and get yourself in a situation where you really can't get the fuck up out of it. You're just about, I used to be a very emotionally charged person. And so I would react to situations emotionally and like sometimes violently. Like, I tell y'all all the time, sometimes the happiest and the nicest people, you don't want them to get on their other side, because the other side is crazy. And that was me. And so like, so when I had that dream, I was like, oh, because it was like, we were just really in a toxic ass relationship. And so it was like, whenever we had fights, it was like, and so God was just like, girl, this is what's gonna, you want this to happen or not? And then that was remember I told y'all a while ago, Kelly Price had a dream that she said God was like pretty much showing her about her husband. And so it was like, I had that dream. I heard Kelly Price and I was like, oh, I'm starting to get the message. And so like that nagging feeling became more and more and more. And then eventually I was just like, okay, like I gotta make, cause this is the thing. I was waiting for God to step in and remove it from my life. Cause it's easier that way. When God take it away, it's like, okay, this, like it's not working out. But I realized that the lesson here, what I had to do was I had to let go. I had to make that decision. And it reminds me of that message that we had last week of, am I going to keep having this cycle of chaotic love, or am I really, really genuinely going to go towards having a life and a love that I genuinely want? And that's more of a reflection of me. And so God was like, I'm not going to take it out your life. I'm not going to take, it's just like the thorn in your side. Like, I'm not about to make this easy for you. You need to make this decision. And that's what y'all need to understand. God wants what we want, but free will is still a thing here on earth, right? And so God, and also sometimes God is like, you have to release it because you called it into your life. And so I called him in, and then I had to release him back out and be like, okay, now I'm ready to make space for something new. Okay. We talked about this card at Inner Temple. I'm actually going to go, I just want to get some very quick information. Dear God, guardian, ancestors, what is our energy towards don't dim the fit in? What is our energy towards leap? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Wow. Wow. This is beautiful. Okay. So, okay. For don't dim to fit in is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, angel number 12. People think he's an asshole, but he is just about his business. He say what he mean. He mean what he say. He has his boundaries. He don't allow people to waste his time. He don't allow people to sun him. He is the king of his kingdom, and he's not afraid to say and do what he needs to do to be able to remain in that place. And so that's why God is saying you need to be the King of Swords of your life. You need to really make these hard decisions, because this is the thing. God has shown you the vision. God has gave you the signs. God have gave you the warnings. You feel it in your body. And so God is saying, I can't remove this from your life. You have to remove it for your life. And honestly, I think, I feel like it's different levels, because I feel like when I was younger, I would just wait until God would like take people out of my life, and then I just, but it would be so fucked up, like my emotions would just be so like to the ground. And then actually, now that I think about it, like I have always been somebody that just, it will be like bad. And then it would get so fucking bad to where I emotionally detach from it. And I'm just like, oh, I can't do this no more. Like I literally, that's always my struggle. So I feel like what God was like presenting me with this time, he like, do you want me to keep making shit bad for you? Like how much badder do shit need to get for you to get the lesson, for you to understand that you need to be the King of Swords of your life? And so I don't know who this message is for, but I feel like that's what God is also wanting you to do, is to become the King of the Swords of your life and really ask yourself, are the people, the environment, the places that you're in, are they a true reflection of who you're trying to be? The last thing with the leaf is the King of Cups, and I love the King of Cups. All of these kings out here. But anyways, with the King of Cups is somebody who is just not afraid of their emotions. He's emotionally grounded. He's grounded in his emotions. We talk about all the time how we manifest our emotions. So which means he's able to effortlessly manifest things into his life. But he also, it's not just that he effortlessly manifests things in his life. He effortlessly manifest things that he genuinely love and care about. Like he genuinely, these are his like hopes, wishes, and desires, and he uses emotions to steer it. He's very grounded in who he is, and he's very he's very like, because the yellow is our solar plex, so he trusts himself. Like he's guided by himself because he's guided by his emotions. I think about a Drake when I'm saying this, and so that's why God is saying this. After you ask yourself the tough questions, then you need to take the leap of faith. Then you need, and we always, I told y'all, we're redefining leaps of faith. Leaps of faith is not just you, disconnecting, not just you leaving a job or moving out of state. Leap of faith could be you walking away from friend groups, you not calling that person back, you leaving a toxic relationship. God is saying, take the leap of faith and take the leap of faith knowing that you're the King of Swords, so you're protecting your boundaries, and knowing that you are deep down inside the King of Cups, because you have the wherewithal with your emotions. You can effortlessly manifest anything. So what God is saying is that when you leave a situation because you want to leap towards something that is best for you, then nothing but good can come from it. Because with this inner temple, what we have is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is all about victory, feeling like triumph. And so that's what God is saying. If you would just take the time to go deep down in your emotions, ask yourself, are you dimming your light to fit in? If you are, make that decision to make those boundaries, to leave those people behind, leap towards your goals, become the King of Cups, and then something amazing is going to come into your life. This Six of Cups, it talks all about like childhood love, childhood dreams, but pretty much what God is saying is that when you leap towards something, if you leave a situation because you know it's not good for you, because you know that you're doing what's best for you by leaving this person behind, then God says continue to allow your emotions to lead you towards the things that you genuinely want in your life. And when you do that, and when you take the time to sync up with your emotions, you take the time to become the alchemist of your life, then nothing but victory and good things can come to you. All right, angel number 1634. That is all the messages I have for you guys. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams, never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Bye.